this video, a massive breakthrough study just proved that 100,000 end-stage CKD patients could completely avoid dialysis just by taking one very specific supplement. However, this supplement is banned by the FDA and it is becoming almost impossible to find it in the US. Catherine here, I'm a doctor of natural medicine, and today I am exposing the multi-billion-dollar question the medical industry doesn't want you asking. When are we going to stop treating the dialysis machine as the only inevitable solution for advanced CKD? Every single year, over 100,000 Americans are strapped into a dialysis chair for end-stage renal disease. And here is the terrifying, highly profitable truth. Most of them don't even need to be there. I am dead serious, guys. A groundbreaking new study just revealed that patients with a GFR as incredibly low as 7, a number that usually guarantees an immediate trip to the clinic, actually had a better survival rate on a supplemented renal diet than they did on the dialysis machine. Okay, please let that sink in for a moment, because this is absolutely mind-blowing. Look at this chart. This study just proved that patients with a kidney function of 7, which is basically running on fumes, could still avoid the machine for years. How? Not with surgery, not with stem cells, not with some xenotransplantation. No, just by strictly following a diet and taking one specific supplement. And yet, patients are still rushed onto the machine the absolute second their numbers reach a certain threshold. Why? Because the exact supplement you need to pull this off is not approved by the FDA, and it's becoming harder and harder to find. It is being literally squeezed out of the market. Not to mention that most doctors in the US don't even know that you need to follow a renal diet. Yes, the healthcare system is that broken. Your doctor isn't trained to save your kidneys with food. They are trained to wait until your kidneys fail and then funnel you into the dialysis pipeline. So, are we screwed then? Absolutely not. I am not just here to show you the problem. I am here to give you the escape route. I want to show you exactly what to do in all the stages of CKD to avoid the machine. Yes, today I am going to show you exactly how to get your hands on the science-backed vital supplement the FDA doesn't want you to use. Okay guys, let's rip the lid of this industry secret. Because here is the reality. If you go to your regular doctor tomorrow and ask if you can follow a very low protein diet to save your kidneys, they will probably laugh and tell you, absolutely not. Protein is essential. You can't live without it. Just start thinking about which dialysis clinic you prefer. But guys, today, that is completely medically obsolete. We have evolved past the need to destroy our kidneys with toxic protein loads to survive. Yes, we aren't cavemen anymore. You absolutely can survive without standard dietary protein. How is that even possible? By completely replacing the protein in your diet with ketoanalogues. Ketoanalogues are a massive biological cheat code. These are highly specialized supplements formulated specifically for CKD patients. They don't just replace protein, they completely rewrite the rules. They act like a biological sponge, actively removing the toxic metabolic waste that standard protein creates, all while delivering 100% of the essential amino acids your body desperately needs to survive. Yeah, they are an absolute miracle for prolonging your dialysis freedom by years. Or at least they would be if the FDA will just approve them. Now, do not for a second think ketoanalogues aren't safe. They are routinely and aggressively prescribed by top nephrologists across Europe, India, and Asia. They are incredibly powerful. We literally have published case reports of patients being dragged out of the dialysis clinic and sent home because of these supplements. Now guys, I am going to show you everything you need to know about safely using this kidney-saving tool in just a moment. Because despite the massive roadblocks and what the FDA says, there is still a shockingly easy way to get ketoanalogues delivered right to your door that almost nobody knows about. But before we get to that, we have to talk about the massive elephant in the room. The number one reason why people are absolutely terrified of going 100% plant-based: nutritional deficiencies. Here is the harsh reality of going completely plant-based. Yes, plants are an absolute miracle for your kidneys, but they have a massive blind spot. They are completely missing vitamin B12. And on top of that, your natural intake of vitamin D and iron is going to take a brutal nosedive. This is why I always tell my patients, you can safely follow a low-protein diet without keto analogs, but you cannot safely follow a strict renal diet without supplementing those missing vitamins. And that is exactly why I formulated my own custom renal multivitamin, Rena Best. Rena Best is the absolute gold standard renal multivitamin on the market. And honestly, you shouldn't be even attempting a renal diet without it. And here is the best news. Rena Best is incredibly easy to find, and you can get it delivered to your door right now just by visiting renabiotech.co. Do you want the life-saving benefits of a plant-based diet without the terrifying risk of starving your body of nutrients? You need the right tools. Visit renabiotech.co right now or click the link in the description and get your bottle of Rena Best today. Okay guys, let's circle back to the other supplement you need when following a low-protein diet: ketoanalogues. Like I was saying, ketoanalogues are the absolute gold standard in modern nephrology. They are routinely used alongside low-protein diets to literally pull people away from the dialysis machine. No, I'm not exaggerating. In this exact medical paper on your screen right now, they were used to help a 70-year-old man completely stop dialysis. He was started on a renal diet. He started taking keto analogs, and the result? No more dialysis. And this is absolutely not an isolated miracle. These supplements achieve this kind of result all over the world. So why isn't everyone prescribed keto analogs instead of being referred to a dialysis clinic? Well, here's the thing. Keto analogs are not FDA approved. You won't get them in North America. You will not get your insurance to cover them. Your doctor won't prescribe them. Your local pharmacy doesn't carry them. Why is that, you ask? Because the company that manufactures keto analogs is Fresenius. Does that name ring a terrifying bell? Yeah, they are the exact same massive corporation that owns the dialysis clinics. They are happily providing keto analogs to patients in the European Union, but when it comes to the US market, well, they seem to have very different, highly profitable interests. Not my words, by the way. Top researchers have literally postulated that Fresenius is refusing to submit this life-saving supplement for FDA approval because it would actively hurt their multi-billion-dollar dialysis profits. The FDA would have zero problems approving a supplement like this as a drug, alright? Then you could have your doctor prescribe them and your insurance cover them, like they do in various European and Asian countries. But not in the US, because yeah, we have supplements that are medically proven to work. Supplements that could keep you out of the dialysis chair for years. But they are made by Fresenius, the very company that makes billions when you sit in that chair. So they won't let you get these supplements easily in the US. And by the way, there are workarounds to still get keto analogs if you live in the US. You can import them through certain gray market websites, but they are extremely expensive. And of course, your insurance won't pay a single dime for them. You are completely on your own. So here is the million-dollar question. If the system is rigged and the FDA makes it nearly impossible to get keto analogs, where on earth do you actually find the amino acid supplements you need to save your kidneys? We just exposed exactly why you need to ditch toxic protein and switch to kidney-saving amino acids to avoid the dialysis machine. Now, I am going to show you exactly where to get them, no matter where you live. I have done a massive obsessive amount of research on this. So grab a pen and pay close attention because I am going to break down exactly what to buy based on your country. First off, what do you do if you are in the US or Canada? Because, as we saw, keto analogs are not available in North America, but there are alternatives. Now, keto analogs are the absolute holy grail They act like a biological vacuum cleaner, actively hunting down and scavenging toxic nitrogen out of your blood. They are the most fiercely protective supplement on earth. And right now, you should be seeing a starter dose for these supplements on the screen. This specific math is based on a patient with an ideal body weight of 70 kilograms or about 150 pounds. So your dosage may be different. Now guys, mandatory pause. Everything you see here is strictly for educational purposes, alright? You must review all dietary changes and every single supplement dose with your nephrologist before you start, okay? But if you are in the US, you are not getting a prescription for keto analogs. Of course, you can import them through the gray market, but only if you have a mountain of cash to burn. What's the alternative then? Well, the silver lining is that the US market has multiple viable options. The best, cleanest options in the US right now are amino acid supplements like MAP, Master Amino Acid Pattern. You can easily find this on Amazon. It comes in tablet form, but the biological profile is incredibly clean and very safe for your kidneys. Those is on screen. You can also consider Perfect Amino by Body Health. This is a fantastic alternative. It has the exact same biological composition as MAP, but it comes in a convenient powder form. And also Thorne Amino Complex. Thorne is a massive, highly respected brand. Their amino complex has the exact same amino acid profile as the European aminotropic, which was extensively studied in CKD patients. It's safe. And another option is Kion Aminos. Just keep in mind, this one is heavily marketed toward gym bros trying to build muscle, but the amino profile checks out as safe for now. Now guys, these supplements come with a catch. The keto analogs and the European aminotropic are formulated specifically for CKD patients. The supplements you can buy off the shelf in the US are not, because the FDA won't approve amino acids for kidney patients. I reviewed their formulations and they are safe. The US supplements I just listed for you are perfectly safe today, alright? I did the deep dive, I read the labels, and they are clean right now. But tomorrow, these fitness companies could wake up, completely change their formula, and suddenly pump their powders full of toxic sugar, deadly phosphorus, or God only knows what else. So, you have to be careful, read the label like your kidneys depend on it. Okay guys, let's say you are in Europe. In Europe, keto analogs should be a lot easier to find, but we also have alternatives. For example, this amino acid supplement, Aminotropic, was developed specifically for CKD patients, and it's a cheap and easier to use alternative to keto analogs. And here's the incredible part. In a recent study, it was used to save 91 patients from dialysis. Amazing. Is it the exact same thing as keto analogs? No, but it is a fraction of the cost, and the science proves it absolutely works. And it has one massive game-changing advantage. You don't have to choke down a dozen massive pills every single day. You just mix this powder into a glass of water and drink a delicious cup or two a day, which means patients actually stick to the protocol. Now, if you are watching this in India, you hit the kidney jackpot. Get keto analogs. They are the best, and in India, they are incredibly cheap. Any doctor will happily hand you a prescription, and you can even just buy them straight off Amazon. Now, as I was saying, these supplements only help in combination with a renal diet. So if you want to learn more about what to eat with CKD, my video up here is for you, and this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye!